Hello, this is Bruce Burkhart, and today we're going to talk about how we take the manure from underneath the hog building on our family farm and put it out on the field for nutrients for next year's crop. Now what we have right here is a tractor and a PTO pump that will load when he's here with the wagon. It also stirs it. We have to stir the product under the building so that it gets fluid enough to put it in the tank. So come on up here and we'll take a look. Got this one started. Okay, however, whatever you want to film. As we look in this cement structure that we're looking at is called a pump out. It's an extension of the manure pit that's underneath of the building. So this pit is about a foot from being full. The product that we're looking at in the bottom here that's about 7 feet deep right there. And the pump is not running at this time. And if we come over here for a sec. If we look, the pump will then pump the manure out that pipe and up that load stand and put it in the wagon that we saw in the field. That's how the manure gets into the wagon that goes to the field. Right. So here we're applying liquid manure to a field. The liquid is put on the ground and then there's a chisel plow that incorporates that effluent into the ground for next year's crop to grow on. This machine holds about 7,000 gallons, so it's just as big as a semi. It takes about 300 horsepower to run that. Get just a little bit closer if you would, so you can get that for sure with it. There we go. Not in the dirt. There you go. Perfect. Now we can see it. Okay. Now we're going to speed up. I got it. So. There's the rest of the machine. That PTO shaft between the tractor and the tank runs an impeller, and that's how they get the application rate just exactly what you want. As we're standing looking in the hog house, this is pigs are in the facility here, and the manure drops through the slats here and into the pit underneath of there. That's how the manure gets there, just through the activity of the pigs walking back and forth and laying down. That's how the manure is worked through the slats into the pit. This is inside the hog house. These pigs are we're going to sell these pigs here in a week or two. So this is all the bigger they get. And their activity of walking around through the pen, that's what works the manure through the slats into the pit underneath. That's how the manure gets in the manure pit. Okay, here we are in the office of the hog house. This is some of the controllers that you've seen in other segments. Here's my calendar that I write down. And I was just going to briefly go over some of the state regulations. Before we can haul the manure out on the field, we have to test the manure for its nutrient analysis, and then we have to test the soil so that we do not over-apply how much manure we put on the land. And that's done through the State Department of Environment and Natural Resources. And they come every 3 years and go through all of my records. Every time we haul manure, we have to analyze the manure and analyze the soil so that we don't over-apply at any time to keep the surface water safe and the subsurface water safe. And so there are a lot of regulations that we have to deal with when we're doing this. Okay, this building was built in 1998, so it's 16 years old. This is half of the building that you can see here. The total building is 400 feet long. It holds just short of 1 million gallons when that tank is full underneath. And so every fall, it's not full. We've got plenty of room. It's always better to haul the manure in the fall so we don't pack the ground in the spring. And so this is a different view of that tractor that stirs that liquid underneath of there. And so every fall we go ahead and empty that just as empty as we can possibly get it, and stir it from all the different places so that it all runs out and we don't waste any space underneath of there. So this is one building, and then there is another building on this site too. we're looking in the pump out that has had a little more material. And so basically it's just a hole in the side of the wall of the basement, and it comes out here where we can access it and pump it and stir it and load it in the wagon. So this is the chisel plow attachment that incorporates the manure into the soil. This is what they call a fan distributor. That's where the liquid comes out and it's distributed evenly across the ground, and then the chisel plow incorporates it in so that it does not blow away or run away, and incorporates it into the soil so we don't lose any of the